Hello, how are you? In this video, we'll be doing a drawing, of course, right? That's what this channel is about. But it's Shii's birthday, so I'll be redesigning her this time, because I've been meaning to redesign her for a while now. Actually, it has been like 2 years, maybe? Around that time. Last time I tried redesigning her was 2023 with this illustration right here, because she is supposed to be an alien type character. She is what we call in this world a geometral. And what are they? Basically, they're beings that came from another world in an attempt to use the planet of Earth for their own benefits, but instead one of them decided simply not to, and I don't know. It's another story, okay? I started this story from the Geomentrals when I was around 4 years old. That's a long time to be developing any story because I'm a full grown adult now and we're still here, right? But that's the premise of it. So I tried keeping in mind she is supposed to be an alien type character. So for the design, I thought of certain specific details I wanted to keep, especially things that are supposed to represent she in her design. So I kept in mind that she is supposed to look brighter and happier. She is supposed to dress cute. That's part of her personality. She dresses cute. She has a purr shape, because I don't know, I like shapes. And she's supposed to be sweet, so we had to keep those things in mind as we were designing her. I wanted to keep also the fur design part from 2023 because I think that looks very cute. So, to get a grasp on the situation, kind of get inspired for things because I had no idea what I wanted to do exactly. I knew she is supposed to look alien. That's all I had in mind first. I didn't know how yet. I know that she's supposed to look cute and sweet, but alien too, and not scary, so I had to keep that in mind. So I went after some inspiration and looked up some alien designs that people have done, and I started taking note of certain things. A lot of them were the typical ones where you see like the aliens that have like sort of tendril hair, tentacle hair, and these very, how do I say, they have a lot of stripes too, usually. I don't know why. I don't know where that inspiration came from, but a lot of them are striped, and they just have this specific look, very gold, tentacle, striped. That's not what I was going for. And the other designs, I knew exactly what I was going to find. It would be like either bugs, which I could not do because my anthrophyms are already designed by bugs. Well, not my anthrophyms, my anthrophym. There is only one. And sea creatures, because they have an alien reaction to things that are unknown to them as humans, right? So since people don't really know much about the ocean, they see these weird, in quotes, looking fish and are instantly put off by them. Or people just don't like bugs. They think that they either look cool or weird. I can understand that mostly, sure. But I did not want to go for that specifically since I already did go for that in my celestial beings. And the sea creatures, 178's story is already inspired by the sea. She is inspired by the Yemangja. Still don't know how to pronounce that. So I continued scrolling on my search to find something that would strike me with inspiration that wasn't so cool looking. All of these designs were very cool looking and sharp. Or celestial, which is not what we wanted since we already have the celestial being. So I found some flower-inspired ones which started looking more fairy-like. And then my brain was like, oh my god, fairies could be alien-like since they're usually unknown beings we don't understand. And then my whole world just opened and I was like, how did I not think of that? And I instantly connected things together and I searched for fluffy flowers and fell on peonies. I don't know why they decided that peonies are fluffy exactly, but sure. It's also funny how in my story, we already have characters inspired by roses, gardenias, and now peonies too. And these three flowers, honestly, to me they look all the same. They're all flowers with petals and... I just described every flower ever. They're just like rounder shape that sort of open up and have lots and lots of petals. I have no idea if peonies smell good. Gardenias, I think that they do smell good, just like roses. I cannot differentiate gardenias and roses. I know peonies are just rounder. That's all I got as a difference from these, so sure. They're all connected, I guess. Everyone is petal-full and smells good, I don't know. But yeah, that's how I got here. So, to make her design, I tried making the design very petal-like. Petal-shaped fur coming up her arms, a peony tail, petal-shaped earlobes, very furry, very cute. Add a mix of like bug leg and also cow feet, or horse feet, or even goat feet. They all look the same to me, okay? Everything looks the same to me. I realized that something looks slightly similar and my brain's like, yep, that's the same thing. Also keeping in mind a bit of hearts, since petals also kind of look like hearts, and I've always kept this one heart strand ahogi on her head. Back in the day I used to connect my characters with heart ahogis, and it developed over time into Shii's heart ahogi. If you actually think or look closer, at least one, I can confirm at least one character still has a heart ahogi. I won't go more into it. It's a very subtle character detail. But sure. Also, another very important thing, keeping the rhombus shape in the design always, since I didn't even say anything about it. So, the geomentrals, right? They're alien creatures, that blah blah blah. That thing that I said at the beginning, right? But at first, when I created them, they were supposed to be like element inspired. So they were called elementals at the beginning. I have no idea where I got that idea from as a kid. I was 4 years old. This story survived somehow. I have no idea how, but we're still here. But then over time, I didn't want more connections with that. Sure, they still can sort of impact their environment using certain elements. That is still part of their whole being. But I went for their main focus being shapes, geometral shapes. So that's how we came with the geometrals. It's a mix of the word elemental and geometry. Yes, I'm so creative. That's mostly how I come up with any name. Like Jellish is the mix of the words jealous and ash. Jellish. That's how I came up with it. Now if you ask me how did Shii's name came up, I did not have a name for her. I always referred to her as either she or her, she, and then it kept repeating and I was like, too wise. So that's how I came up with Shii's name. It's literally a pronoun, just with two eyes at the end to make it look more name-like. Guys, I might either be a genius or actually stupid. We both know the answer. Anyways, another thing, pupils in my characters are always very important to show, even in her human form, that she is not human. She has still her rhombus-shaped pupils. If you look at other characters, you will also notice that small detail going on across my characters. Yes, I've been putting small little details in my characters for years now. People have just never noticed. I, again, might either be a genius or a complete moron. We both know the answer still. So for her human form, back to the drawing, right? For her human form, I wanted it to be very cute and sweet. Summary, since South America is always hot and Xelium takes place there, or better saying here. Hi, I live in South America, you might not believe it. Yes, we actually exist. It might be a surprise to some people from the north that we are still alive. Everything is very hot here, yes. And humid, yes, we live in a sauna, at least in some places. I cannot speak for every place. I don't really leave my town. I don't know what the outside world is like. I know everything is going to shit. Please help. Help. Someone please. Anyways, I wanted to include a tank top with bows and lace in light colors. She's supposed to look brighter and cuter, and usually people not compare. They associate brighter and lighter colors to something that's happier and more light and outgoing. Very cutesy. Lots of bows and lace. Very delicate. I wanted pink low-waisted shorts to show off her thighs still. I want the focus of her whole shape to be there. That's also why her hair poofs out at the bottom. Sure, it also poofs out there at the top to show off like that furry part she has around her neck. I think that that's very cute. I wanted her thighs, the tights, it's not thighs is the body part, her tights with bows and heart cutout shapes to keep her old boots alive somehow. Young Shii's design is still great and iconic, and I will miss it since it doesn't play that much of an important role other than showing flashbacks, and we don't really do that often, so rest in peace, young Shii's design. I added black cowboy boots because agricultural country, right? And bracelets in the shape of her arm pedal 4 to keep that going across her designs and still show through that she's an alien and her design still counts, right? It is who she is, even if she is trying to hide what she is constantly. And since I usually use dark purple / black to tie my characters together, those are all black in quotes. Also brought back her old heart choker to add a bit more black and purple in the design. So there is black in the bottom, in the bottle? What? In the bottom, the middle, which would be her wrists, right? Her wrists reach the middle part of her body. And the top, in quotes again, like her neck is on the upper side of her body. Her color palette is always warm pink as her main color, right? The main color of her is warm pink and dark purple to tie together to other characters. And I also thought of adding some light green as complements, but very lightly. Definitely not because I was having issues with putting the green in there somehow. Definitely not that. So, let's go over the thing, but I will be quick about this. Shading process is always the same. I have other videos where I go more in depth with how I shade and draw in general, okay? I mean, the drawing part, have I ever explained my actual drawing part? Like, how I draw and why I draw things and the way that I draw them, other than knowing anatomy? Anyways, for the shading, big shape on multiply mode, cut out where the light hits. Next, add colors on overlay mode, saturate things and make them look lively. I used pink, purple, and green. Render, paint big shapes and start detailing with textured brushes. That's my rendering process, simplified into 2 little things. Use my glitter brushes because I am obsessed, okay? I cannot. I think that the name of the artist is Drainaria. I'm trying to slowly memorize the name because I use their brushes a lot. It's my newest big thing that I'm absolutely and utterly in love with and obsessed, so I might as well memorize it. It's there written and I've slowly been trying to remember it. I don't know if I got there yet, but I think I did. Artist Drainaria, which I think is your name. I love you. Big smooch still, if you're open for it. If not, then I won't. Anyways, if anything looks off at any point in the illustration, which you can see in the back there, I've just decided to let it roll while I talk because, first of all, I doubt that you're actually watching. If you are, I guess you want to learn something in my rendering process. Maybe you thought, oh, I like the way you do this part, so I might as well try and watch what you do, which I appreciate. But I doubt that you are. I'm pretty sure that you're just leaving me on, speaking in the back, while you do your own thing, usually drawing, or you might, I don't know, be doing the dishes or cleaning the toilet. Great experience to clean the toilet. I recommend listening to music though. Like for example, Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. What is going on with me? Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso is so good to listen to while you scrub your toilet. Absolutely recommend it. I have never sounded older than I do now. My god. Anyways, what was I saying? I lost myself. Oh yeah, I fix something, okay, during the rendering stage. If anything looks off, I fix it while I render. Shading this was complicated. She is very bottom heavy, but also supposed to be muscular in her human form, since she is a very famous singer and performs a lot, so I needed to do that in a way that still made her purse shape stand out, and I think I got it. I like the subtle change in her mouth shape too, from her alien form and her human form. I think that it's very cute. The shiny hair looks so good. I was finally able to achieve this painterly look on the hair a lot of the professional artists use, but in a way that doesn't look messy, and it made me so happy. I was finally able to achieve it. Anyways, I tried not overusing the glitter. Can't say I succeeded. You all know my latest obsession with these glitter brushes. You know what I should do? Just a whole video where I just talk about these brushes by itself. I love these brushes, and I think that they are the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. Other than my cats. A lot of bad things happen. Maybe someday I'll get into it. But not now, because guess what? The bad things that follow me everywhere I go still follow me everywhere I go, so we suffer slowly, but we have glitter brushes and we can be happy about that. Woohoo. Also, added white outline afterwards, just to actually show the focus and separate the full body part from the portrait part more, and from the background as well. Talking about the background, I used a green background to contrast Shii's profile from the rest, and the rest is pink because Shii pink, you know, everything. I added some petal-shaped thingies in the back as well of her full body part, and that also kind of look like hearts, so that's cool, right? Say yes, okay? Say yes. Anyways, I want to make this for all my OCs, these references. But who knows how and when I'll have time, so overall I'm happy with her redesign, for now at least. If anything changes over time, it'll probably be minor changes. Emphasis on the probably, okay? Anyways, happy birthday, Shii! She is old now. I created her back in 2019. You can see a bit of that process in my folder series part 2. I also still need to make the last part of that. Maybe one of these days. Anyways, here is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to draw with me or get some idea for something. Maybe I inspired you somehow, who knows. I hope you have a nice day and night, and I hope to see you next time. Please come back. Bye! This is my only job, okay? I need to make this work.